Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my dearest students. I am Samuel Chukwu Emeka, and today we shall be adding and subtracting radicals. Please, before you continue with this video, you are expected to know how to simplify radicals. Okay, let us recall some things about radicals. If I have square root of x, square root of x is actually this sign, square root, which is 2 here, and x means exponent 1. If I say 5, it means 5 raised to power 1. If I say 7, it means 7 raised to power 1. So actually we don't put 2 here, we don't put 2 on the square root. So I'm going to erase it. We just write it like this. And that means x raised to power 1 over 2. That gives us the square root of x. If I have square root of 4, it means 4 to the exponent 1/2, which is, of course, 4 is 2 squared, and 2 will cross out 2, and that gives 2 to the power 1, which is equal to 2. If I have square root of x squared, it follows the same principle. X squared to the exponent 1/2, and of course 2 here will cancel 2 here, and you have x to the power 1, which is x. The same thing with x, square root of x to the 4th power, or to the 4th exponent, and 4 will multiply 1/2, and that gives you x to the 2nd power, okay, or 2nd exponent. So 2 will cross out 4, and that gives you 2. So let's go ahead and start with the problem. The first question, 4 square root of 5 minus 10 square root of 5. Now you look at this problem, we have 2 terms, right? We have 2 terms here. Terms. The first term is 4 square root of 5, and the second term is negative 10 square root of 5. 4 square root of 5 is the first term, negative 10 square root of 5 is the second term. So if you look at this, something is common in both terms, right? So what is common here is, of course, square root of 5, something is common, which is 4. What is common here is square root of 5, something is common, which is negative 10. So what we have to do is we now factor out. We use factorization. We just factor out square root of 5 because it is common in both terms. We factor out square root of 5 because it's common, and then we have 4 minus 10. And this will give us now square root of 5 times negative 6. And that gives us negative 6 square root of 5. So this method is called factorization. This method is called factorization, and we shall use factorization for the most part. Factorization. Like, let's say you consider, because this can be done like if you have 4 times 3 minus 10 times 3. Of course, here you know that 3 is common, and you just do 4 minus 10, and that will give you 3 times negative 6, and that will give you negative 18. This saves you time because you know how to factorize. You can easily simplify this radical. Yeah. Of course, if you want to check whether this method is correct, method of factorization by factoring out, what you can do again is you can say that 4 times 3 minus 10 times 3. If you use PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Unsali, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. This will give us 12 minus 30, and that gives negative 18. So you see, we still got the same thing. So that will tell you that factorization works. Okay, if you can check it with arithmetic. Now, if this works for arithmetic, it will work for algebra, it will work for radicals, it will work for any variable. Okay, another way, another method, the second method I want to teach you, although I will not be using it most often, is if we have 4 square root of 5 minus 10 square root of 5, here you can just say let square root of 5 be cups. You can just say let it be cups, or C. So this means 4 cups minus 10 cups. Right? 4 cups minus 10 cups is negative 6 cups. And then these cups, we will still go, we say let cups be square root of 5. Let square root of 5 be cups. So this will be negative 6 square root of 5. And that's another way you can do it. You know, when you come and let the radical be equivalent to cups or dollars or something, and then you just substitute and you put it back. You substitute cups, square root of 5 for cups, and then you substitute back and put back the square root of 5. But I will be using the factorization method. But if you use this method, that will still work. So here, for question 2, square root of 11 is common, and this is negative 3, negative 11, negative 3, negative 8, and this is negative 11 times negative, and this is square root of 11 times negative 11, and this will give us negative 11 square root of 11. Now, we always want to write the integer first before the radical. It is a good norm to write integers before radical. Okay, it is a better norm to do that. Write the integers first before radical. So instead of writing square root of 11, negative 11, we don't want to do this. Of course, this is times. Okay, we want to write it as negative 11 square root of 11. And that is for this. For this part, we see that square root of y is common. And because it's common, this is 8 plus 12. And that will give us square root of y times 20. And that gives us 20 square root of y. That is for this. Now, for question number 4, we see that this is square root of 15, this is square root of 5, and this is square root of 15. So, in this case, they are not the same radicals. This is square root of 15, but this is square root of 5. So, let us first of all, let's get the same radicals together. Let's get the like radicals together. And this will give us 6 square root of 15 plus 7 square root of 15 minus 10 square root of 5. So here, of course, I can factor out square root of 15. Square root of 15, if I factor it out, this will be 6 plus 7, then minus 10 square root of 5. And this will give me square root of 15 times 13 minus 10 square root of 5. So this will be 13 square root of 15 minus 10 square root of 5. In this, once you get here, when you look at square root of 15, you can simplify it. And before you view this video, you should have known how to simplify radicals. So if we simplify square root of 15, it will be 13 times square root of 3 times 5 minus 10 square root of 5. And that gives 13 square root of 3 times square root of 5 minus 10 square root of 5. Now if you look at this again, you factor out what is common. Square root of 5 is common for this term, and square root of 5 is common for this term. So you factor out square root of 5. Now factoring, let me illustrate factoring. Factoring just means, just bring out what is common. Like if we come here and factor out square root of 5, if we say 13 square root of 3, 13 times square root of 3 times square root of 5, divided by square root of 5, this will cross out, leaving us with 13 square root of 3. Then we bring down the minus. If you have minus 10 square root of 5 over square root of 5, this will give us minus 10. And that is actually the process of factoring. That is the process of factoring. And this becomes our answer. Okay? Now, the next one, number 5. The same method is what we are going to use for all of them, to solve all of them. Number 5 says negative 8 squared of 12 plus 2 squared of 18. So here you see that they are not the same radicals, so you have to simplify. This negative 8 squared of... Now when you simplify radicals, of course, you know one of them must be a perfect square. So this is 4 times 3 plus 2 squared of 9 times 2. This is negative 8 times 2 times squared of 3. Okay, plus 2 times 3 times squared of 2. Right? And this is negative 16 squared of 3 plus 6 squared of 2. So in this case, you see that you have square root of 3 here, and you have a square root of 2 here. So these are unlike radicals. So you can't do anything anymore. You just leave it this way. But you can still, if you want to, you can still simplify further, or you can simplify further. And how do you simplify further? You can factor out negative 16 and 6. Something is common. And what is common? 2 is common. So this is saying 2 into negative 16 squared of 3 plus negative 8. This will now be negative 8 squared of 3 plus 3 squared of 2. And you can have it this way. Because when you factor out 2, then you do negative 16 squared of 3 divided by 2, just like I did here. Negative 16 squared of 3 divided by 2 gives you negative 8 squared of 3. Excuse me. And then here, 6 squared of 2 divided by 2 gives you 3 square root of 2. And that's how you get that. That's how you get that. Okay, number 6. We have negative 2 square root of 3b minus 9 square root of 3b. Of course, square root of 3b is common. You factor out square root of 3b is common. If you do this divided by this, it gives you negative 2. You do this divided by this, it gives you negative 9. And that will give you negative square and that will give you square root of 3b times negative 11. And that is negative 11 square root of 3b. Number 7. Four square root of 128 plus 3 square root of 32. We simplify these radicals. It's going to give us 4 square root of course, we have 4 times 3, 2, 32 plus 3. You simplify this 16 times 2. So this would be 4 times 2 times square root of 16 times 2, because that's 32, plus 3 times 4 times square root of 2. That gives us 8 times 4 times square root of 2 plus 12 square root of 2. And that will give us this is 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is what? 32 square root of 2 plus 12 square root of 2. Right? And 32 plus 12 is what? That is the 44 square root of 2. And that gives you your answer. Because square root of 2 is common. How did I get this? Square root of 2 is common, and you have 32 plus 12. And that is square root of 2 times 44. And that is the 44 square root of 2. Or you can just say square root of 2 to be your pen. Okay, 32 pence plus 12 pence. 44 pence. Yeah. Okay, number 8. Number 8, we have 4y square root of 8y cubed minus 7 square root of 18y5. So in this case, we are going to use the fact when we simplify this that y squared, square root of y squared will give us y. And square root of y4 will give us y squared. So this will be, we simplify that, 4y times square root of 4 times 2 times y squared times y minus 7 times square root of 9 times 2 times y4 times y. This gives us 4y times 2 times square root of 2 times y times square root of y minus 7 times 3 times square root of 2 times y to the power 2 times square root of y. Okay, if you're confused about this, just know, like I said in the beginning, square root of y squared is y squared to the power half, and that is y. And I say square root of y4 means y4 to the exponent half, or power half, which is y squared. Okay, so let's continue from here. We now have that 4y times 2 is 8y times y is 8y squared. 8y squared times square root of 2y minus 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times y squared is 21y squared, square root of 2y. And 8 minus 21, 8y squared minus 21y squared will give us a negative 13y squared, square root of 2y. Because square root of 2y is common, when you factor it out, this will give you 8y squared. This means negative 2y is common. This is 8y squared minus 21y squared. And that will give you negative 2y times negative 13y squared. And that will give you negative 13y squared, negative 2y. That becomes your answer. So it's good to know the simplification of radicals before watching the video. This is 2a square root of 8ab squared plus 2b square root of 2a cubed. Right? So we simplify this square root of 4 times 2 times a times b squared plus 2b times square root of 2 times a squared times a. Okay, we have to, for a cubed, for y5, we have to break it down to using the law of exponents, to break it to even exponents, so that it will be easier for us to simplify. That was actually what I did here, y5. I did it to y4 times y, so that you can simplify the even exponent, y4. Okay, so this is 2a times 2 times square root of 2 times square root of a times b plus 2b times square root of 2 times a times square root of a. So 2a times 2 is 4a. 4a times b is 4ab. 4ab square root of 2a plus 2b times a is 2ab. 2ab square root of 2a. Right? 2ab square root of 2a. And of course, square root of 2a is common. This is now 4ab plus 2ab. And that will give us square root of 2a times 6ab. And that is 6ab square root of 2a. That gives us our answer. Number 10, we are moving on. B squared square root of a5b plus 3a squared square root of ab5. Same thing is to simplify. Now this a to the power 5, odd exponent, you have to break it to even exponent. When you break it to even exponent, then you can simplify the exponent. This is now b squared times square root of a4 times a if you use the law of exponent, times b now, plus 3a squared times square root of a times b 4 times b, right? So we now have this as b squared times a 4, if you break it down, is a squared times square root of ab plus 3a squared times square root of a times b squared times square root of b. So this is a squared b squared square root of ab plus 3a squared b squared square root of ab. And of course, square root of ab is common. So a squared b squared plus 3a squared b squared is 4a squared b squared square root of ab. That gives you your answer. That's number 10. Number 11. Number 11 is critical. 3 square root of 3x minus 8 square root of 75x plus square root of 27x. Okay, we can simplify 3x. No, we can't. 3 is a prime number, and for x we can't. The 75 is not a prime number. 27 is not a prime number. And that brings, you can ask the question, if you know, when you simplify radicals, you simplify the one that are composites so that you find a perfect square, and that way you simplify it. So this is now 3 square root of 3x minus 8 times square root of this is 25 times 3x, right, plus square root of 9 times 3x. So this is 3 square root of 3x minus 8 times 5 times square root of 3x plus 3 square root of 3x, 3 times square root of 3x. That is 3 square root of 3x minus 40 square root of 3x plus 3 square root of 3x, right? Now, of course, square root of 3x is common. You factorize as usual. 3 square root of 3x divided by square root of 3x is 3. Minus 40 square root of 3x divided by square root of 3x is minus 40. 3 square root of 3x divided by square root of 3x is 1. I mean it's 3, I'm sorry, 3. So here you have 3 minus 40 plus 3, and that will give you square root of 3x times negative 40, and that will be negative 40. I'm sorry, this is not. 3 minus 40 is negative 37. Negative 37 plus 3 is what? Negative 34. Yeah, times negative 34. And that is negative 34 square root of 3x. Because here you have 3, you owe 40. So you owe 37. Now when you owe 37 and you have 3, you owe 34. The next one, number 12. We are moving on and on and on and on and on. Number 12, we have 2 square root of 4 a squared b squared minus 3a square root of 9ab squared plus 4b square root of a squared b. Okay. Same method, the same thing, we simplify. This is 2 square root of 4 times a squared times b squared, of course. And we can even easily do this. This is 2 times a times b. Immediately when you simplify that. Minus 3a times, of course, this is square root of, we can break this down, a times b squared. Square root of 9 times square root of a times square root of b squared plus 4b times square root of a squared times square root of b. So this is minus 3a times, that this is a 3a times 3 times square root of a times b plus 4b times a times square root of b. right? So this is 4ab minus 9ab square root of a plus 4ab square root of b, right? And just make sure we double check our work to make sure that we don't make mistakes. And then we see that the AB is common in all of them. AB is common. This is 4AB minus, sorry, not 4AB, 4. Because 4AB divided by AB is 4 minus 9 square root of A plus 4 square root of B. That gives you an answer. If you do that, right? Okay, the next one is number 13. We are moving on and on and on and on and on. 13 is, if we look at this, we can simplify it any further. We cannot. So we'll leave it like that. Okay? And this is, there's nothing common here. If this was 8, then we can simplify it further. Let's just find 9. Yeah. Unless, if you want to simplify, you have to have more parentheses. You can get this 4 and get this 4 square root of b together, simplify it, and have another parenthesis for that, which probably we don't want to do. You can leave your answer that way. 5 square root of x plus 2 plus 3 square root of x plus 2. Oh, this is pretty much easy. What's common? Square root of x plus 2, 5 plus 3. That is square root of x plus 2 times 8. So this is 8 square root of x plus 2. There you go. Okay. Number 14. Number 14. We have 2 square root of 8x plus 4y minus 5 square root of 18x plus 9y. Okay, we have to still simplify, but we have to factorize the radical. So this is 2 square root of, what is common here is 4, 2x plus y minus 5 square root of, what is common here, 9, 2x plus y. And that will give us 2 times, of course, square root of 4 is 2, times square root of 2x plus y minus 5 times 3 square root of 2x plus y, right? So this is 4 square root of 2x plus y minus 15 square root of 2x plus y. And 2x plus y is common, so this is square root of 2x plus y. 4 minus 15 square root of 2x plus y times negative 11. That is negative 11 square root of 2x plus y. Yup. Okay. And I think the last one is number 15. Three square root of a cubed plus a squared plus 5 square root of 4a cubed plus 4a squared. Okay, we still simplify. We see that we can simplify this. We can factor out 4 in this radical. So this is 3, but now this we can still factor out something here. Okay, this is square root of a squared into a cubed divided by a squared is a plus 1 right here. Okay, then plus 5 square root of 4a squared. Okay, and if you do that, this will be a plus 1, and this will be 3 times square root of a squared times square root of a plus 1. I'm just breaking it down well now. 3 times a times square root of a plus 1 plus 5 times 2a times square root of a plus 1. 3a square root of a plus 1 plus 10a square root of a plus 1. And this is common. This will give you 13a square root of a plus 1. How did I get 13a? Just bring out, factor out square root of a plus 1. parenthesis 3a plus 10a. 3a plus 10a is 13a. And this 13a times square root of a plus 1. Alright, thank you so much for viewing this video. In my moment of conscience, I wish to thank my dearest students. I wish to thank my the committee for the interview, and I would be pleased if, you know, if I am given the opportunity to join the prestigious institution, right? And thank you so much. If you have any questions, please, you can make the comment on the YouTube page, my YouTube page, or you can also contact me through my website. And my website is samdomforpeace.com. samdomforpeace.com. As always, Samdom for Peace is my nickname. And thank you for listening, and I wish you a great day. Bye.